Hey everyone, so today I'm going to share how I have my living room decorated for Christmas. But first I want to share a really simple centerpiece idea. So I have just a simple bowl, and I have a garland that I got several years ago from Hobby Lobby, and I know they don't carry it anymore, but brown is back in. And so I'm going to use it this year. I haven't used it in a couple years, so I thought this would be the perfect time. The colors seem to work well with the decor that I'm using in my living room. So all I'm going to do is just take this wreath, and actually I have taken some pieces off, so it's not as full as it used to be, but that's okay because wherever I need to fill in, I will do so with some extra greenery that I have laying around. And so I'm just going to place the small wreath in the bowl, and I may need to remove some of the pine cones, but for right now I'm going to leave them because sometimes they can serve as space fillers. And I just like the colors that are in this wreath. It has a little bit of gold, it has the brown, and it actually has a little bit of silver or warm gold, which is fine because all of those colors work very well with my living room decor. There are a few little pieces that are just slightly in a green grayish color, and I'm not real crazy about that. So what I'm going to do is kind of cover those pieces up with some smaller green pieces that I have in my little greenery stash. Okay, and so next I'm going to just layer in some ornaments. I have a few here that I'm going to use, and then I'll see if I need to add in some of my smaller ones to fill in the gaps, and then later, if I still have gaps, I can fill it in with these little small pieces here. Okay, and so here's how it turned out. And I just took some extra ornaments that I wasn't using and just placed them in this bowl with an old wreath. So don't be afraid to use some of your old Christmas decor, but try and imagine it in a different way. And so here is another one that was inspired by that same shopping trip to Pottery Barn, Our House, and Crate and Barrel. And the one difference is I used candles like the one that I saw in Pottery Barn. And if you didn't see that video, I will link it in a playlist below. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the tree and the garland and the color palette that I chose for this year's decor. So I have the same tree that I had last year, and it is a beautiful flocked tree, and this tree came from Target. I believe maybe 2 years I've had it now. And so the way I decorated the tree was to place a lot of ornaments on the tree. I didn't want to use ribbon this time, and so I just used a lot of ornaments that I had in the color palette of gold and champagne, a little bit of silver, a little ivory with maybe some gold trim, and yeah, just use things that I already own. Nothing really is new. I think the one new piece that I have is this nativity scene, and I picked that up from the garden nursery that I shared a couple videos back, and I just love that. I got this mercury glass bird a couple years ago. Well, it's been probably more like 5 years ago from JCPenney's. There is some different items that you would not expect on the tree, and I had this Sputnik, I think that's what they call it, and it was a decor piece. I just wanted something to be just a little different on the tree, to stick out maybe like in 3D form, and so I used this Sputnik here, and then I used this curly ribbon here. This is the only ribbon that I have on the tree, and it just kind of curls, and I use it in short pieces. Oh, okay, let me share this with you. Here's one right here. Now I have a mirror in the tree, something totally different and unexpected, and these you may have seen in my home hanging on the wall from time to time. But once again, I was looking for something different on the tree, trying not to have that too much of a traditional feel, and so that's why I wanted to add some of these like 3D type pieces, just to kind of take away from the traditional look of a tree. So I used that mirror, and I have one other mirror that I used. Okay, so here is a mirror down here, and what I like most about this is the kind of an antique looking edge. And so I just pushed the mirror into the tree at the side, and I really wanted the edge to stick out, and the edge seemed to be in the brown color, which is what I'm trying to sprinkle around the tree, and so that just worked out for me. And it's different and unexpected. And then I found this little owl. I did pick this owl up from Hobby Lobby recently. And then over here in the corner, this is like my little dry bar. You guys might notice my champagne bucket that I purchased on a shopping trip to Home Goods. And then just my thrifted crystal glasses and a little decor just to bring in the Christmas feel over here. And then I propped a mirror up on the back wall just for a nice reflection of the tree. So when it came to the mantle, I didn't want to use the flocked garland, so what I did was use the cedar garland that I got from Walmart, and I shared that in an earlier video when I was decorating the mantle in my hearth room. Actually, I did add a flocked piece, but I kind of covered it up quite a bit with the Walmart garland. And then I came in with some other flocked pieces that had a little bit more kind of a glam effect to it. It has some glitter on the flocking, with the flocking. I also added some of those brown glittered leaves that I picked up on a shopping trip. They were pretty large sized leaves, and I just pulled off some small pieces just to place within the garland. And then I added a bead garland, and then some of these little teardrops. And then of course I sprinkled in some brown ornaments because I thought brown was missing in this part on this side of the room. And then on top of the mantle I just placed a deer, and once again it was looking a little formal and I wanted to kind of tone it down. So I added these little balls back here on top of the garland. I know it has a formal look maybe with all the glitter and everything going on, but I wanted to just kind of tone it down a little bit. So I just threw in some of these little stars, and I picked these up when I was at Crate and Barrel. Yeah, I really like the way it turned out. It just kind of evolved. I had not planned on making it so glitzy looking, but that's how it evolved, and I'm okay with it. And so guys, this is another Pottery Barn inspired vignette. And so, like I stated before, most of my ornaments and decor are from previous years. So just buy things that you love and not worry so much about what's trending. So I tend to buy a lot of metallics, different shades of metallics, and neutral colors. And so I think it all came together very nicely. This is probably the first year that I have used all shades of metallic, and I really like the way it turned out. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching, and if you have not subscribed already, would you please consider subscribing? I have so many more videos coming out, and I'd love to share them with you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you at the next video. Bye-bye.